next award honors some of the frontline workers in the fight to protect free expression, librarians. And there's no one better to present this next award than the executive director of one of NCAC's most valued partners, the American Library Association. Please welcome Tracy Hall.
Thank you to NCAC for having me here tonight to tell you a bit about an extraordinary librarian, Rhea Brown Lawson, one of our nation's finest practitioners and a leader absolutely revered in the profession. As executive director of the Houston Public Library, Rhea Brown Lawson knows how central the freedom to read is to the ideals of equity, equality, and access. And she knows how readily the right to read for adults and for young people can be challenged by calls for censorship. But Rhea believes that libraries are a symbol of democracy, and she has spent her career fighting to ensure that they are generative and transformative spaces where everyone is welcome. Rhea took a boarded up school, the Gregory School, the first school for Black children in Houston, and transformed it into the African American Library. After Hurricane Harvey decimated so many lives in Houston, Rhea turned library branches into safe havens and ensured that thousands of residents were able to use library computers to file insurance claims. Rhea embodies the best of what libraries offer, and she takes seriously her responsibility to uphold one of the most important bastions of free expression in our democracy, the library.
It gives me great pleasure to say congratulations to Dr. Lawson. Both this and many other recognitions are well-deserved for her outstanding contributions to our field. Rhea is a force, and she knows who she is, what she wants, and more importantly, what she stands for. Rhea has served as a mentor for many up-and-coming professionals in our field, and she reminds us of our collective power to change the world by helping to create a literate and civically engaged mind. It is within our reach to raise awareness with the power of the written word, and she has fought so fiercely for that right and for that freedom. I can think of no one else better to receive the National Coalition Against Censorship Judith Krug Outstanding Librarian Award other than Dr. Lawson. Congratulations, my friend.
As we celebrate free speech and those that are defenders of that right, it is more than befitting that Dr. Rhea Brown Lawson is being honored this evening with the Judith Krug Outstanding Librarian Award. The National Coalition Against Censorship could not have selected a more deserving librarian for this award. I'm Leisha Green, and as chair of the Houston Public Library Foundation, I have had the opportunity to work alongside Dr. Lawson over the past 7 years. I can attest that she is passionate about the work that she does, and that as she is on the front line vigorously defending one's right to exercise free expression. In August of 2017, one of our neighborhood libraries began offering Drag Queen Storytime because of requests from the neighborhood. Drag Queen Storytime was a volunteer-led and offered at no cost to the library. Dr. Lawson has always believed in providing community space for critical conversations and for activities and events that celebrate the diversity of our great city, and the Drag Queen Storytime was no different. Through protests, lawsuits, armed agitators, threatening messages, national attention, and the news media, not once did Dr. Lawson ever waver. She prevailed and remained committed to the cause and provide the leadership for her team, the foundation, and the city through this very challenging time. There is no doubt that Dr. Lawson is resilient and makes all of us who serve as volunteers to support the library, Houston, proud. And with Dr. Lawson at the helm of our library system, we are indeed Houston strong. Congratulations, Dr. Lawson, on this amazing award.
Because of her dedication, vision, and sheer brilliance, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the winner of the very first Judith Krug Outstanding Librarian Award, Rhea Brown Lawson.
Thank you, Sky, Leisha, and Tracy. I love you ladies and I appreciate each of you. I'm grateful for you taking the time out of your extremely busy schedules to join me for this special occasion and to offer your congratulations. I want to thank everyone at the National Coalition Against Censorship for selecting me to receive the inaugural Judith Krug Award. I am truly honored to receive this award because Judith was such a tireless force and strong advocate for intellectual freedom, which is the right for everyone to freely create, read, speak, disseminate, and seek information, and to tell their own stories. Being able to tell or write your own story in your own way is critical and very powerful because it allows you to be free. If we don't protect the right for everyone to tell their own stories, others will tell our stories for us. When others tell our stories, they may take out the parts they don't like about our stories, or suppress parts that they don't agree with, or erase concepts they don't understand, or even seek to ban your story with the hope that your truth can just be erased or hidden from plain view. Telling one's story equates to telling one's truth. It is a release. Maya Angelou, and I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, said there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. As a librarian, freedom of expression is at the core of my profession, and that is why we made space at the Houston Public Library for Drag Queen Story Hour. We did so in spite of the barrage of protests, ugly and continuous protests. I am proud of our mayor, our foundation, community members, my staff, and all who stood with us to support this freedom of expression. Texas has some of the most aggressive efforts to control the teaching of American history content. Challenges are rapid on publications like the 1619 Project and books focused on so-called critical race theory. In addition, books focused on anti-racism and social justice are also being challenged in public libraries. Judith was forward-thinking and tenacious as she blazed the path for us and urged us to stay vigilant and keep up the fight for free speech. I am so thrilled to receive this honor in her name. Congratulations to all the award recipients. I am proud to stand with you, and thanks again to NCAC.